put it under the tree. I'll bring the chainsaw, I'll let you cut.
Y'all wanna vote on removing it and then determine how we remove it later? Motion to remove it, Commissioner Thomas, second. Commissioner Lyon, all in favor? Anybody wanna make a suggestion with either of them?
No? Huh? Don't you need a Christmas tree?
Oh, yes, thank you. Appreciate the call.
Item 10, Lynn Ray West, President ESD. Number 3, establish ESD. Number 3, board request approval of funds to operate, discuss action on counseling or rescheduling.
Oh, I think that's a separate session.
Okay.
Kind of wrong.
Did you find any information on that?
I have not found any express as far as statutory authorization for the county to either act as a lender or as a surety. I'm still looking, but to this point, after coming through many codes, I still have not found anything. I did, put a call actually into the, Harris County Attorney's Office, since he's covered everything under the sun, to see if they had this issue come up over there, and I haven't, gotten back with them yet.
Their short-term situation has been solved.
Yes, Ms. Song.
The longer term, we need an answer in case, the city of Stockdale has provided them, an interest-free loan, which may carry them all the way through.
Yeah.
But we need to have an answer for this in case that's not sufficient until October. And should this come up again?
Of course, I don't know if he researched it or not, but the fact that we designate part of that money that was goes to the fire EMS, you know, we prorated it to them over a period of time. It would almost seem like it'd be under the same thing.
But those funds have already been.
I know, but what I'm saying is the right to do it then. Okay, item 11, discuss take action on counseling and rescheduling the Monday, May 27th, 2013 Memorial Day, or Monday, November the 11th, 2013 Veterans Day, Commissioners Court meeting. On the Veterans Day meeting, we actually have the school activities that day. It's usually closer to noon. It is not.
Usually around 9:30.
Is it 9:30? Well, that we probably need. We all just counsel for now and then reschedule if we need to.
Or just set it for Tuesday, the day after. In both instances.
Whichever.
Put it on Tuesday.
Motion.
So that's, the Veterans Day would be Tuesday, November the 12th, and Memorial would be Tuesday, May the 28th.
Yes, sir.
Judge, can I refer my comment now before we go on to the next one? I wanted to introduce a young lady that's right behind me. Her name is Cynthia Naposa. Some of you may know her, but anyway, she is helping out in the office. She is a young lady who's studying to be a paralegal, and she's going to give $180 of her time to our office toward her degree. And we're really proud to have her there, and she's been helping out quite a bit. Just want to introduce her and invited her to sit through the meeting a little bit this morning. Okay?
Very good.
Nice to meet you.
Somebody got it.
Yes.
Item 12, consider and take action on terminating the services of Russell Wilson as the attorney representing the county in negotiation and contracting for the construction projects on the courthouse and the courthouse annexes. Motion, Commissioner Wiley, second, Commissioner Thomas. I had a comment too, that Russell was kind enough to go ahead and stay on this. This terminating is his agreement. I mean, was asked, he very graciously said, yeah, that we've had it. So that in no way reflects any, discontent or anything with his service. Item 13, Terry Ward, Mission Rail Park Information Update. Morning.
Judge, I want to bring my compadre and, on the process, I started to say crime, but Sheriff, I don't want to comment that way or say anything that would flag criminal activity. I'm Terry Worth, Scott Hudson with Central State Resources, Judge, County Commissioners, and others that are here. We wanted to follow through as we've been working with you all through County Commissioner Gomez, and I have to publicly apologize for always seeming to call you at all kinds of hours. But as this thing has evolved to where it is today, we felt it would be good, and to follow up with County Commissioner Gomez, if we could come in and give you all a little bit of an update. And to that point, I'd like to share these with you all. I'm sorry for those in the audience that we don't have copies for everyone, but what we have put together is a package that is basically in two sections. That tab number 1, y'all can share that. Sure, I'll share that with you. Tab number 1 in the back is the package, if you will, of the project that the owners have put together. And so y'all will have that in there to refer to. But what I'm doing today, what Scott and I are hopeful today, is to share in this first section, these first few pages. There's a pullout in here that's 11 by 17 that I'm going to talk about specifically, that kind of gives you exactly where the project is. But if you'll look at this page here, the first one inside that clear tab, this one kind of gives a pretty good overview of where this project of the Mission Rail Park is located, right on the line between Bear and Wilson counties. And what we're trying to do with this is kind of address what Mission Rail Park is in the way of a neighborhood. And when you look at what Weatherford, Halliburton, Baker Hughes, Platinum Energy Solutions has done along 37 and 1604, these operations oftentimes will cluster. When I was in Houston and Harris County back in the 70s, all these guys were in a lot of competition with each other, but oftentimes what they end up doing is cluster together into a neighborhood. And what we have today, with that taking place in the last 24 months here in the region, Mission Rail Park is in the neighborhood of what's happening down south at a convergence of 1604 south and 37 south. So that's kind of exciting as far as what we're coming forward with as far as this rail park is concerned. If you go to the third, fourth, well, Commissioner Gomez, if you remember this drawing here that we have that talked about initially the project, and these are all concept drawings now, concept layouts, but you've got on this drawing it shows 1604 and where the UP main line now stops up by Brentag, just outside of 1604. It notes the UP industrial lead, which is there now, and then it shows on this aerial the interchange yard inside the park itself. And if you go to the next page, which is this 11 by 17 pullout, we've got 3 sections that are highlighted on this layout. The UP main line, the crossing, and the interchange yard. And the construction that we're underway with right now, it's and I'm going to ask Scott to share with you a little bit about, the first step that we're underway with right now is the construction extending the Union Pacific Main Line track down to the property. The second thing that we're gonna touch on is the crossing itself, which we came and asked for y'all's support for us to have approval to do the crossing, subject to the plans being completed, which they're pretty close to being finalized, so we can get those back to you all so y'all can see those. And then the third element of this is on the subdivision itself is gonna be the interchange yard. So, the steps in this, Scott, if you'd share a little bit about where we are on the main line construction.
Right now, we started about a week and a half ago. We did the clearing, and now we're in the process of doing the grading. And hopefully, we should have the grading completed in about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. And the grading would be all the subgrade work, base and all that put back. And then the track would be the second phase to come in. And that should be started in about, at the time we finish the grading, the track will be coming behind. Everything's been approved up to that point. And then, once we get across the crossing, we get into the interchange yard. The first phase is gonna be around 3 tracks put in, about 5,000 foot long in here. And that will be the initial phase, just for the trains to come in and clear everything up and get into the property. And then eventually, we'll start designing the layout for the customer as they need it. But this gets everything in where the railroad will get their train in, get it to where we can start servicing the property.
That interchange yard is gonna have a total of 3 tracks.
To start with.
Each track will be 5,000 feet each. What we need to be able to do is have capacity to land a train. And so you have to have interchange of all, no pun intended with interchange yard, but it all kind of ties together, literally and figuratively.
And then a train can run anywhere from, 60 to 100 cars. So that, you're talking about 4,000 foot long, 4 to 5,000 foot. So that gives us plenty of room to get in, get the train cleared, unhook from it. And then when business starts, well, there'll be an empty set of cars that they'll be taking out when they go out. So they'll bring product in and then take the empty out. And hopefully in the future, we'll have products going out of here.
Yeah.
Y'all had mentioned before that you were gonna do, improved pavement back to 1604, is that part of the plans?
The plan we have in working with Pate Dawson is to, as y'all know from Gillette, going down through the frontage of all this property, we've got a long run for frontage. And our plan on the project, as you'll see when you see the subdivision plan, is to have some decel lanes, have a decel lane on the northern edge of the southern frontage of Old Corpus Christi Road. That's where the decel lane will be for expanding the capacity of traffic along Old Corpus Christi Road from 1604. And that's how it's been recommended to help this project. It's kind of a crawl, walk, and run. You gotta have that component. We believe one of the critical elements that we're doing to start the project off is to get the interchange yard with the capacity of that rail, those lines coming in. And we think once that starts, we actually think that's gonna happen when all this work is going on the extension of the main line itself. Nobody comes in and spends about $3 million on extending the rail line just to bring it down and have it going nowhere. So,
And it's hard to bring a customer in until there's some rail on the ground.
that's right. But how that all ties back into the deceleration lane, it just makes it all come together as far as being able to serve this park as we get it kicked off. So, we're working very closely, as I shared with you all, and we couldn't ask for more in the way of y'all's being available for us, and we just want to make sure that we're being very sensitive to letting y'all know what we're doing and how it's coming along. I've often told that make the comments short So, I want to probably kind of bring this to a point where anything else now being said, Scott's going to say it, I'm kidding. But, do y'all have any questions that we can address right now?
I don't know. You answered all my questions already, so.
Okay.
But we appreciate y'all's time too.
Do you have another book with her records?
Sure.
Do you have a plan when it's in operation, will be?
Oh, yeah, we're looking, time everything gets probably 6 months, to 8 months, you know, before we actually get everything built, you know, the rail completed inside. So if we got it in 8 months, we're moving along pretty good.
Mr. Gamas, is this gonna have a big impact on your county road?
Not on the south side. Everything's going up north, so everything's gonna come to the 1604, and, cause they got bigger exits going 1604 to 37 or 181, so.
Yeah.
We don't want any trucks going back to the east.
Yeah.
No, that's one of the things that we're gonna
Or
be
any
working
traffic.
very closely with you all
Yeah.
on making sure that everybody that we're working with understands the truck traffic egress ingress point is really from the property to 1604. And going back, east and
East
south,
would be if people
it just doesn't
live and
make
work in
sense
that
to
do
area,
that.
you know, just regular
there could
car
be,
traffic.
there could be over time, as we evolve with the project, that employees, vehicular traffic can come from all different directions. From Gillette, from the east and southern edge of Old Corpus Christi Road. But the primary vehicular traffic from a truck access is gonna be coming from 1604 on Old Corpus Christi Road.
And the number of employees maybe plan on hiring when this is in operation down the road? Any idea?
There's two levels of employees on what we're gonna have. One is gonna be a certain amount of business coming from services supporting the Eagle Ford Shale. Which is, these projects, when we represented Weatherford on their move down here, that complex out there, they've got varying number of employees, but, you know, what was discussed as having on site was about 300 employees. That doesn't count that office building that Weatherford built, the whole second floor of that 50,000 square foot building is set up for training. So they got people coming and going all the time, but they're not at that site all the time. You look at what Halliburton's doing, and I'm only commenting on this just from the standpoint of these employees. Halliburton's facility reportedly is gonna have a total, when it's in full operation, 1,500 employees. The Baker Hughes facility is a little bit smaller, but what we really see is a varying number of employees in each of one of these operations.
Depending on the companies that come in.
Yeah,
The first one, I would say, that's talking about doing, you know, the loadout and everything, we're probably talking 25, 30 employees to start with. And then, you know, it just depends.
Did I understand that this is a development, there'd be other companies? buying it?
Exactly, it's just not one taking the whole
Oh, no,
property.
it's-
We expect different companies. And we're hoping that to get it where we get warehouses in there too.
well, and the other thing is, we shared with y'all when we first started out, we really think this is a regional facility that has the capability to have manufacturing as it goes on past the life of whatever the Eagle Ford is, and the way of manufacturing operations and facilities down here that will have a great spot that people in the whole region that live in San Antonio and greater San Antonio have the opportunity to work, and they don't have to be living in a motel somewhere to go to work. They can be staying at home at night. So I don't know if that answers your question, sir. Any other questions y'all have? We'll be around for a little bit, and thank y'all for your
Yeah.
support.
I appreciate all, you keeping us updated on everything, it makes a lot of difference.
Thank y'all.
Item 14, Dana J. Harwell, County Attorney, resolution establishing any bills for property.
Judge, I
I apologize, I didn't make copies this morning for the other commissioners, but that's the resolution that we discussed in the one of the last meeting.
State of Texas, County of Wilson, Commissioners Court Resolution. Came before the Commissioners Court of Wilson County, Texas on March 11, 2013. The matter of 3.5 acres of land out of the Gasper Flores Ranch, commonly known as the Three Oaks Community Center. The Commissioners Court held a public hearing concerning the abandonment of any ownership interest that may exist in the 3.5 acres of land out of the Gasper Flores Ranch. All interested persons desiring to protest the abandonment having been given the required notice by publication, the Commissioners Court heard evidence and made a full investigation as to whether the public interest would be better served by the retention and maintenance of the land as county property or by the abandonment of any ownership interest held, and found as follows. Whereas on May 20th, 1909, William Cawthor sold 3.5 acres of land to Wilson County Judge for school purposes. And whereas the Three Oaks Common School District Number 39 operated a school on such property until 1955. And whereas the March 14, 1955, Wilson County School Board issued an order annexing Three Oaks Common School District Number 39 to the Polk Consolidated Independent School District. Such order transferred Wilson County's interest in the assets of Three Oaks Common School District Number 39 to Polk Independent School District. And whereas the Polk Independent School District Board subsequently closed the Three Oaks School in 1956, and whereas according to community tradition, the Polk School Board member Theodore Cawthor requested the Polk School Board leave the 3.5 acres with one school building on the Three Oaks community used as community purposes. Whereas the Three Oaks Community Center has been a continuous use for community purposes since 1956. Whereas the March 14th, 1955 annexation order of the Wilson County School Board documenting the transfer of Wilson County's interest in the Three Oaks Community Center property is currently no longer available to the public records of Wilson County. And whereas the Three Oaks Community Center desires to establish clear title and request Wilson County relinquish any interest it may have on the 3.5 acres. Therefore, be it resolved that the Wilson County Commissioners Court finds that Wilson County has no real estate interest in the 3.5 acres of land known as the Three Oaks Community Center. Such property being the same as described in the deed dated May 20th, 1909 by William Cawthor to the Wilson County Judge recorded in volume 64, page 616 of the Wilson County Deeds Record, dated March 11, 2013. Motion, Commissioner File, Commissioner Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
If y'all have some place to go, y'all can leave. If y'all wanna stay here.
No, that's all right.
I would like to ask, who are you gonna get the water from? The Saw's gonna provide water for y'all?
Saws has rights on water on the Bear County side
Okay, so they're.
through Elmendorf. We're really wanting to work with you all,
Well, I mean, I'm
I
not.
think locally
Water.
on the water.
Yeah.
operation. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Robert?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Some of the, I showed them, sir.
All right, I'm gonna step out for a minute and give Mr. Robbie a copy.
Can we start yours without her, or we need to wait?
I'll wait, I'll go ahead and write it down.
Leanne Holchak, item 15, Leanne Holchak, EMC, item A, Wilson County Collection Event.
Here's the results responses that we got from all the individuals filling out the surveys. We had 87 cars come through, and they brought in tires from 119 households. I don't have anything from Liberty Tires yet, so I don't know how many pounds worth of tires we had, but, anyway, this will tell you, give you an idea of where the people came from, how they heard about it, and at the very bottom, I've listed comments. Did you get one, Judge? That were written on the bottom of the surveys. A few people had some comments. People are willing to, pay a minimal amount to continue having them on a regular basis. Anyway, but you can see that.
Oh, while we're talking about tires, I may have mentioned this before, but on the last agenda item is ACOG. We had the ACOG area looking for a solution to our abandonment of tires and things, and they're gonna set up a meeting with several different entities, TCEQ and others, to discuss and see if we can come up with a unified effort throughout all the counties to have an out for tires. So when we get that ready, I'll share that with y'all at some item.
Excellent.
That might be a piece of electronics for that next one.
To recycle that?
Item two, discuss and take action on allocating funds for electronics recycling.
Luke, you're welcome to come over. I met with, Luke from San Antonio River Authority, and they were asking if we were interested in conducting another event that, Sarah would be willing to host the hazardous waste collection part of it and contract with the contractor for that, if we'd be willing to, host the electronics recycling of it. We don't have any more grant money left, so that's something that would have to come out of the current budget. If you wanted to add an additional amount of tires as well. The last electronics, bill for the December event was 4,000 something. So I would budget at least 5,000 for tires.
So electronics or
I
tires?
mean, for
Electronics.
electronics, I'm sorry. And then if you wanted to kick in some more for tires, that would be up to y'all. Sarah's budget ends in May, so we would have to do the event. So we would have to do the event in May.
And Sarah was going to do the
They were
hazardous
going
waste.
to pay for the household hazardous waste collection portion of
And
it.
about what the government was.
14, just under 15,000.
So we have to pay for the electronic.
Yes, if y'all would be willing to pay for the electronics recycling, and then we all want to also collect tires again.
No, we'll wait for tires.
Okay, so we won't do tires. Let's see, electronics, household hazardous waste, we're not gonna mess with pharmaceuticals. Y'all,
If y'all can, organize, that would be there.
but y'all would fund that
Absolutely.
and take care of disposal? Okay, so then we'll add pharmaceuticals. And what I'll do is check with, okay, well, depending on where we have it, I'll check with that PD and see if they're available.
So if we're not doing tires, then what we're talking about is the county making a decision about $5,000 for electronics.
And the river authority is gonna take up hazardous waste such as, fluids and things.
home electronics, the vendor that we used this last time, we can check with him, but Luke is getting a updated quote, because he did tell Luke that their prices are going up. They were really, really cheap, I mean, compared to who we used in the past, but we sat there for 5 hours after the event, just sitting there waiting for them to make 2 trips to unload their stuff. So we might go back to the original vendor. Now, we could cut it off at 5,000 if he's able to guesstimate pretty close. Or do you wanna kick in a little bit more, just in case, or? I don't think we've ever gone
Gone
over,
over it, right?
we've never gone over 5,000, even with the previous vendor.
Well, then let's allocate up to 5,000,
Okay.
whether we have it covered. And if we can find a vendor that is more economical, then that's the route we need to take. That's
Well,
my
yeah.
goal.
And I think the reason that we got so much electronics in December was because we didn't have an event the year before. It was a year that we didn't have a grant, so we didn't have an event, so that was like 2 years worth of electronics.
What all does the hazardous waste cover? Poisons,
Paint,
paint?
Yeah, paint, oil, and, you know, household chemicals. And antifreeze, things like that.
we'll divide into the 4 precincts, the 5,000.
Okay, so 5,000 is
So that'd be 4,000 for precinct 3.
You're
And
doing the
then
math right, right?
$334 for each of us.
That'll be fine.
So you got 3 and 4 is the time and location.
Okay, the date, right now, it looks like the only date in May would, or the best date would be the 11th. The first Saturday, they are doing an event in Karnes County. The last Saturday is Memorial Day weekend, so you don't wanna do it that weekend. The weekend before that, I believe they've got another event or something else going on.
It's possible we could do something that way as well, but
So-
the 11th would be.
If the 11th didn't work, we could do the 18th. The 11th is the Saturday before Mother's Day.
Well, the 11th doesn't work for me.
Let's do the 18th.
You wanna do it the 18th?
Yeah.
I think the 18th is the day of the Blue Blank Parade, not that that matters.
Is it, now, I'm,
Traditionally,
the weekend
that's
of the
when-
18th, I'm not here. The weekend of the 18th, I'm not here.
The 25th is too late, well, that's holiday weekend. And the 4th won't work?
That's Memorial, how many weekends are we having?
That's not so worried, the memorial's at the end of the month.
Memorial's at the end, on the 27th.
You know, I'm thinking maybe 11th is the election. School season.
Is there a reason the 4th won't work?
Yes, the 4th, they have an event already in,
Karnes City.
Yeah, if we have to, we may be able to work that out.
Okay, well, look. The 4th is Karnes, this is Mother's Day weekend. Then the 18th and the 25th is the Saturday before Memorial Day. There's 4 Saturdays in there. So the 11th or the 18th. The 18th, I'm not here.
I'm not here the 11th. If that matters.
Pick them.
You don't? I'm not
Wasn't here for the
Just
tar
kick in your
collection either,
butt.
so.
We're all gonna have some people to help out.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we'll have the 18th, yeah.
Okay,
Let's mark it for the 18th.
I can get some of the second responders to help out too. Okay, so the 18th, and, if we keep following, it's Floresville's turn to have it, or it's time to have it in Floresville. So can we do it at your yard?
Yeah, we'll do it there.
What do we need? Do we need a
We're gonna
deputy or
need
do
a-
we need city office?
For the,
Is that's in the county, so we have to
Can
have
we
a
get a
deputy.
deputy for the,
That's assuming it falls on the same date. That's traditionally where it's been.
it's gonna be on the 18th, there.
but we might have a PD, we'll talk to the city. They can have one.
We'll have somebody there.
you riding your horse in the parade?
River Authority's very interested in having a tire collection, so we probably could be able to take care of that cost.
The tires?
Would y'all be interested in still doing that?
I'd say yes.
Now, we're,
I don't think you can have too many tires.
No,
Yes.
I'd say yes.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so then.
There's a lot of, still, a lot of tires.
And, Ms. Susan had said that they weren't participating in that thing with APOS up there too. Very interested in tire.
Okay,
You know, have been at the parade, right?
Sarah's going to pay for the HSW tires and pharmaceutical collection part of it, and the county's gonna pay for electronics.
Right, so we'll have tires with a couple of
$5,000.
So we'll all need to send a couple of guys, I guess, to support the tires.
Yeah.
That could be a problem for three, for the parade.
Get a forklift?
Yeah.
The belts that you always got one, a forklift,
No, we'll get one.
to the pallets. Okay. And May eighteenth in Floresville, 8 to 11?
8 to 11.
Precinct 1, yeah.
Pushing one,
8 to 11 or 8 to
Make it 12.
8 to 12?
12? We all go until 12?
That's what we did the last
The
time.
last time we did to
And
12.
there wasn't a.
No.
Okay.
There was still cars.
8 to 12, is what you said?
Okay, 8 to 12. Okay.
Did we vote on the 5,000?
No, I need a motion, and I put it all together. Your location, that you decided the money's how you're gonna divide and what can be collected.
You got that 4,000 for precinct 3?
Yes, I divided it correctly.
Motion, Commissioner Gomez, second. Commissioner Fowle, all in favor? Item B, temporary water lines, number 1, DOT Resources Incorporated, County Road 454, on the west side from County Road 259 to County Road 252. That is information.
Both of those are informational.
And item 2 is Hunter 2 lines from County Road 252 and Highway 123. Information. Item C, utility lines. Item 1, Shady Oaks Water Supply 326 Broken Arrow, permit number 461. Motion Commissioner Gomez, second Commissioner Morales, all in favor? Item 2 on that is Southern Spring Water Supply, County Road 361, permit 462. Motion Commissioner Morales, second Commissioner Wiley, all in favor?
Okay.
Yeah, 461.
There's a page missing, the signature page is missing. I'll give it to you.
Did you get him signed in? Oh, I'm sorry. Give it to me after you sign it. It's on the courthouse.
Item 16, minutes. Everyone had an opportunity to review the minutes. Motion. Commissioner Gomez, Commissioner Morales, all in favor? Item 17, financial report.
We just have employee changes. Paul Mackey was terminated 2/14/2013, Department 420 as a correction officer. Randy Basie was terminated 3/6/2013, Department 420 as a correction officer. Cindy Rutherford was terminated 3/6/2013, Department 420 as a cook. Thomas Castro was hired 3/5/2013, Department 120, $2,083.33 a month, road and bridge hand, precinct number 1. Jerron Gonzalez was hired 3/6/2013, Department 160, $10 an hour, part-time road and bridge, precinct number 3. Michael Mays is coming to work 3/18, Department 180, $2,513.33 a month, road and bridge hand, precinct number 4. William Setti will be getting a raise as of 3/11/2013, Department 180. He's gonna go to $2,513.33 a month, road and bridge hand, precinct number 4. William Setti is gonna receive a raise on 3/11/2013, Department 180, $2,513.33 a month, road and bridge hand, precinct number 4. Rebecca Upchurch will be hired 3/11/2013, Department 700, $1,363 a month, part-time library clerk.
Questions, comments, motion? Mr. Wiley, Mr. Jones, all in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was item 18, right? Item 19, Bill.
Cookies are going
What kind of cookies did you make today, Joe?
You know, I sealed them up last night, I forgot.
This is the time change, I understand.
No, I saw that.
What kind of cookies are those?
Pretty tasty cookies.
Tasty cookies.
Oatmeal with, chocolate.
They look like they're good for you, I don't know if they are or not.
No.
Sure. Sure.
You said they were good for me, you ruined it.
Oh. I didn't say they had celery, you know? Me. You tell your wife your lunch was a cookie and a bologna sandwich.
Next item up is bills.
There they are. Oh, wait, man.
Right here.
What?
So you've already got her trained to answer your cell phone.
Oh, yeah, come on. Not that good.
On, 210, additional night stay on there, 9605. That's that level trip, I get all my judicial hours at that. The county will be reimbursed for that additional night, but if I don't leave a day early, I won't get the entire hours that I need on that. That's the reason everyone had opportunity to review the motion. Commissioner Wild, Mr. Wild, all there.
Who's the one that signed?
As I mentioned earlier,
The one that signed.
on item 6, public hearing, courthouse annex 1, 2, 3, update, comments, questions. Mrs. Thorne called and wanted to meet with everyone that would be potentially in the courthouse. And by going under this item 6, all the commissioners will be able to remain here and participate in it. So it'll be at 10:30. We'll break.
Right here?
Right here. We'll break until 10:30.
Okay. Well, yeah, y'all can find, yeah, y'all can find one of these. And we'll turn this on.
Well, that's very good, you. All right.